But anyhow, that was just one of the things. Buy low in hot markets. When we start to talk about buying low in hot markets, even in a hot market, is there deals? And we go back to this underperforming, undervalued real estate. There's always deals in hot markets. It doesn't matter what. And if you just take the time to look, you can find them. This, you might recognize this. I just sold this. I bought this property. This is an interesting property. We're talking about $16 million. We're talking about huge deals. We're talking about mega bucks. Is that where you have to be in the commercial real estate market? No, absolutely not. This property I bought probably for less than a lot of the value of the houses that you people live in. It was for sale. When it was listed for sale, it was a vacant property. Now, I wasn't even in the market at that moment in time to buy it. But a friend of mine, a guy named Jay, came to me one day to my house. I live on the water in Cocobee in Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island. And I have a kind of a glass room on the back of my house that overlooks my swimming pool and the canal and everything. So I kind of like working there. It's okay. But Jay came to me one day and he said, Stu, you need to have an office. I said, I don't want an office. He said, no, you need to have an office. So I just was fun with him. I said, okay, if you find me an office and I like it, I might think about buying it. So he came back to me a couple weeks later and said, Stu, I found one for you. And I wasn't doing anything. I said, let's go and see it. So we walk in now. We walked into this building back here first. It was all vacant. The whole property was vacant. We walked into this building back here first, and you walk in, and the first thing you walk in, you turn right, and there's this little room in there. And in that room was a hot tub and 2 massage tables. Yeah. We walk, we turn left and into the room on the left, and there's a steam room and a massage table with monkey bars on the ceiling. I'm going, I don't know what that's for. We walk into the next room, and there's another jacuzzi and a double massage table. And there's 4 rooms in that place like that. I said, Jay, what was this? He said, a massage parlor. Full service. Oh. And the reason the place is vacant, it was called the boardroom when I bought it, and it was in fact a whorehouse. I mean, that's what it was. And the lady got caught, and she just got out of jail. Been sitting vacant for 3 or 4 years. She just got out of jail, and she needed money to pay lawyers. She was asking $390,000, $395,000 for it. It's 2,000 square feet each building, which is around the going price. But it's vacant. What's the value of a vacant building? 0. Technically 0. I mean, there's no cash flow to support value. But she was asking $390,000. I offered $300,000. I actually offered $275,000. We settled at $300,000. We bought this property for $300,000. And I knew that my bank, I'd already talked with my bank about it, and they would lend me 80% loan to value, which is $240,000. Back at that time, the mortgage payment on that $240,000 was going to be $1,600 a month at the interest rate that we had at that time. She countered at $300,000. I said, okay, we'll do $300,000 if you will carry back a $40,000 note. And I will not close until you or your agent find a tenant for the spa at $1,800 a month. Because $1,800 a month was the number that would pay for my first mortgage and cover the cost of the second mortgage. So the day that I closed on this property, my negative cash flow was 0. Now, I didn't have a positive cash flow either, but I had a 2,000 square foot building in the front that was vacant. And actually, the reason why we did this deal wasn't because I really wanted to own the property, except my girlfriend my girlfriend at the time had a hair salon, and she was renting, and she wanted to have her salon in her own place. So I said, fine, we'll buy this. You put your salon in the front in one half, and I'll put my office in the other half, and it'll be cool. And so we bought it in the name of a corporation, and she was renting from the corporation. So she paid rent to our corporation. She owned half the corporation. And I was getting ready to move in on my side, and a company called Handyman Connection came along. And they said, would you like to rent this other side to us? And I looked them up, and they're actually a AA credit rating, one of the fastest growing franchises in the country. And I thought, damn, yeah, I'll rent it to you. So the bottom line is, we bought this building. It was $300,000 purchase price. We paid $240. We got a mortgage for $240, a second for $40, so that's $280. I wrote myself in because Jay was the listing agent. I'm a licensed broker in Florida, so I wrote myself in for a $12,000 commission on the other side. So we paid $300,000, of which I had to come up with $8,000 at the closing table to buy the property. And here's the kicker, guys: $300,000. And the gross rent was $1,800 on the back, $2,000 on the front, $3,800 a month on that property to cover an $1,800 nut.